Two, one. Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Look at that. I'm live. 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 And in living colors. Straight up. You see it there? See it there? See, I am on the World Wide Web. I am on the World Wide Web. Let's just wait for some people to tune in. You see it there? I don't really see. You see it there? Live. See it there? Yo, good evening. You know what? It's Delvin, and I am live and in living colors. Can you see me? If you can't see me, just say something. Delvin. Delvin. You know, see it? Watch how I'm smiling. Look how I'm smiling. Catch it from the side. Look it. Lord. Catch it away. Let's see how it look. Nice. Yes, this is unscripted. Anything goes. You see it? That means you can interact. You can actually talk. All you need to do is to just click on my name. We accept it and we can chat. Interaction. Straight up. 5 minutes and cut. Not 5 minutes and cut. Unscripted. Anything goes. Yeah, I used to do the show 5 minutes and cut. That show is still going on. That's with me and Knowledge Base Katie. But however, his schedule has now changed. Therefore, when he's available, we will still do our show on the 5 minutes and cut platform. But this platform here, Unscripted Anything Goes, is the platform that I will now be using individually. And this show is going to be a daily show. Yes, it is going to be a daily show unless I have something to do. And the times of the shows will be at 7 p.m. You know what I say? 7 p.m. And I have a theme song that, I have a theme song for this show. And it is going to be our theme song. See what I say? So, Kirk Anderson, my brother, what I say? Thanks for tuning in. You know what I say? We start small, but we have big intentions. Lots of things in store. The thing is for you and I to interact, to all the fans out there, so that we can actually enjoy a good company. You see it? You see it? Because unscripted anything goes means it's for you, it is for me. And as the song says, unscripted anything goes, straight up. So you can actually click on my name and you will see where it says you can actually start a conversation and you can come up on the screen. Others can hear you. I can hear you. We can interact. And that is the gist of this show. So let's get into today's show. As I said, it's going to be a daily show every day, 7 o'clock. You can tune in and you will see this show Unscripted Anything Goes. So we have a theme song for this show. We're going to sing it at the start of the show and we are going to sing it at the end of the show. And it is called, let me sing it. And if over time you'll get to know it. Because I learned this theme song when I was a little boy. And it says, labor for learning, 'cause learning is old. Learning is much better than silver and gold. Silver and gold, they would vanish away. But a good education will never decay. So that is our theme song for this show. So, with that said, I want to know, does anybody ever heard about pub crawling? I learned about that yesterday for the first time. Anybody ever heard of pub crawling? Anybody heard of pub crawling? Anybody ever heard of pub crawling? Come on. Anyone ever heard of pub crawling? Let's hear it. Come on. Let's see. Pub crawling. This is it. Let me type it in. Pub crawling. Has anyone ever heard of pub crawling? Oh, yes. Yes. All right. So yesterday I was reading the Toronto Star, and they had a story of about, what's it, 2 Canadians that were arrested in Cambodia for by the authorities there for a private event called pub crawling. And pub crawling is where, if you look at the definition on Google, it states that you hop from one club to the next club, or one pub to the next pub, and you drink. And then throughout the night, you'll get so drunk that they would dare you to do things. So what I did was I actually pulled the article from the Toronto Star, pub crawling, and this is what it looks like. Let me put the camera on it so you can see it. If you look at the article from the Toronto Star yesterday, this is what it has. So look, I don't know if you can see it pretty good. Look good. You can see people actually simulating sex. Can you see it? Simulating sex. This is an article from the Toronto Star yesterday. Pub crawling. So what happened is that the ladies there, they would get so drunk, right? And the men too, that somebody would come up with a dare. So they were on the ground, like simulating sex. Yes, pub crawling. They drank so much that they started doing nonsense. So anyways, so the authorities came in because, you know, Cambodia is a conservative place. It's a religious place where they observe their religions to a T. So they came in and they arrested 90 people for actually doing things that seem pornographic. That means they were gyrating on each other, sitting on each other's face, and all of these things. So, oh God, yeah, it sounds nice. I would have loved to be in that situation. Oh God, beautiful. So what happened is that they were so drunk that a lot of them didn't even know what they're doing. Like they were in like, I don't remember, you know, Rob Ford? It says, oh yeah, drunken stupor. They were in drunken stupor. So it just give me an idea, a little melody about that. It happened in a drunken stupor that day. It happened while I was in a drunken stupor that day. Yeah, so anyways, so a lot of these people, they were doing gyration on the floor, simulating sex. simulating oral sex and all of these things. So when they arrest them now, according to the article here, they arrest 90 people, but they actually detain 10 of them on more serious crimes. And I guess the Canadian government stepped in, lawyers stepped in, and all of that stuff. So they had to release the two Canadians and drop the charges against them. So they have now left Cambodia and here in Toronto. But I didn't know that these clubs existed. Has anyone been to any of these clubs? Anyone been to these pubs where they had these pub crawling? Pub crawling. Anyone ever been to these pub crawling? Because if you are, please invite me next time to come. I don't know if I'll drink the alcohol, but I'll participate in all the nonsense that they go on with you. But Delvin already, like, you know what I mean? You got to get wild sometime and enjoy yourself. But it, you know, in watching that now, then I can see where people can actually get drunk to the point that they don't know what they're doing, because you know, a lot of, if you look into the media right now, you see a lot of people are losing their jobs for things that happened 30, 40 years ago because they didn't know that certain things happened to them, or so one party knows that this happened and the other party don't know. So now it affects their job and they're losing their jobs. So yes, yeah, pub crawl, yeah. No. I am naturally high, you know. I get what you're saying, Max, but I am naturally high. I don't need alcohol to get high. No. I'm sporty like that. You know, I know they drink and they pass the drink around and all of that until they get wasted. But I'm naturally naturally high. Yeah. I get excited by those things. I don't know if you saw the paper yesterday, Max, where they were talking about the Canadians in Cambodia where they were arrested for pub crawling and they were simulating sex and oral sex and all of these things, you know, because they were so drunk and they were doing these acts in the clubs, in the pubs. Yeah, me personally, I would have loved to be in a situation like that, not drunk, but you know, it looked fun, it looked nice, you know. So these people, that's why I'm saying they could be so drunk that 20, 50 years from now or 30 years from now, that they didn't know what they were doing. You know what I mean? So this come back to haunt them in the future. So I guess you got to know what you're doing. Can't allow cameras and cell phones into these private places, so that people can actually capture you, like what's in the paper here. Yeah. So that's pub crawling for you. The next thing I want to talk about is last week I was sick. Oh God, I was so sick last week. It's the first time that I ever missed work for in 8 years. First time I ever missed work in 8 years. I was sick. I had something called the stomach flu. Yeah, stomach flu. I was out for 5 days. Anybody know what stomach flu is? It's a dangerous kind of flu. It's not like the regular flu. This thing, it cripples your body, and you actually have diarrhea and vomiting and all of these stuff. I came home from work the Tuesday, and the Wednesday I was like vomiting. I was, you know, passing stool all throughout the day. I tried to drink water, everything would just come right back out. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor says you have the stomach flu. So he gave me this thing called the Tamiflu. Tamiflu. It's some pill that you take 2 times a day, but I couldn't eat food. I had to drink Gatorade and water and tea. You know, I tried to eat, and for 2 days I only had like a slice of bread, which got my wife upset, saying, no, you got to try to eat. you got to try to eat because, you know, you need something in your stomach. Yeah, but yeah, man, Max, yeah, take care of yourself, man, and thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it, Max. I really appreciate you stopping by. It's an everyday show, so 7 o'clock, different topic every day, and it's an interactive show. You can actually click on my name, and then I accept your invitation, and then we can talk and discuss a subject or anything, entertain, whatever it is, unscripted, anything goes. Nothing is tabooed. You know what I mean? The only thing we don't talk about badly about people like gays and lesbians and bisexual, transsexual. No, we don't talk bad about people because we're people ourselves. And if people are respectful of us, we should be respectful of others. That's it. We got to love each other and live in peace. Yes. No discrimination, no bias, nothing like that against people. We are people ourselves. All right? So, but aside from that, we can talk about anything. If you want to sing a song, feel free to sing a song. If you want to talk about a subject matter, feel free to do that. But you're going to see my face on a daily basis. Yes. Yolanda, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining Unscripted Anything Goes, because today is the start, but it goes on every day. We just talked about pub crawling. We just talked about stomach flu. By the way, yeah. So I went to the doctor and he said, no, you got to look to the wall. Don't look at me. So I said, why, doctor? Doctor says, I don't want to get it. Doctor said, I don't want to get it. That's a dangerous thing. And it crippled my joints. My back was sore. My legs were sore. I was like a zombie in bed. Couldn't move. That's from the stomach flu. So for 5 days I was off. So I went back to work now, and only to find out that I talked to a few guys. They had the same thing the same time as me. So I don't know if it was something going. No, actually my granddaughter had it. And then she passed it on to her dad. Her dad passed it on to his wife. His wife passed it on to her sister. And then he also passed it on to me. So, but I made sure that I was quite healthy and 100% before I went back to work, because I didn't want anybody else to get it. And that's the thing. If you're sick, don't go to work. Make sure that you recovered. So you don't pass it on to your workmates. I was lucky for the past 8 years that I didn't get sick, and I was at work every single day. Sometimes even more days than normal, because I like my job. So I show up to work every day, and I make sure that I am there to do the work that I get paid to do, and so should you. Anyways, so that was the flu that I had to deal with. But now I am a ball of fire, ready to take it to you, ready to give you entertainment, ready to give you anything you want to talk about. All you need to do, if you want to talk straight up, is to click on my name. And when you click on my name, I will accept it and we can talk live so that people hear it. Because this is Delvin, and Delvin is not tabooed. Anything is a go. So Yolanda, how you doing? Long time I haven't seen you. How is life treating you, my girl? How is life treating you? You like the show so far? Unscripted, anything goes. Straight up. Yes, we used to do the show called 5 Minutes Uncut. Yeah, we still do that show, but my partner, Knowledge Base Katie, he works in the evenings now, so he's not available for filming. However, when he's available for filming, we would still do that show, because it's a different show than this show. Yes, but this show is a more open-minded show. Talk about anything we talk about. So we just talk about the pub crawling. We talk about me being sick. No. Anyways, anybody has any subject matter they want to discuss. If not, then I'll bring something else up. Yeah, there's something in Jamaica going on now, that state of emergency, that I want to talk about. I wish if we could have talked about that on actually 5 minutes uncut, but we did not get the chance to discuss that, as I said. So on this show, Unscripted Anything, let me talk about the state of emergency that's going on in Jamaica now. So in Jamaica now, you have the government has declared a state of emergency in the parish of St. James, that's in the Montego Bay area, and on that side, so that there's a lot of violence and killings and crimes going on down that side. So, there's a lot of outcry from the public, saying, especially people like myself here, that says, we're fearful of going back home. And countries has now stepped in and issued travel warnings about going to Jamaica, because the fear that people could actually lose their life innocently, or be an innocent bystander that get killed for no reason when you're just on vacation. So because of pressure from governments around the world and diaspora like myself here, who wants to go back home and feel peaceful in your own country, they have now decided that they're going to have a state of emergency, which is well overdue, long overdue, and should have been done a long time. Trying to, apprehend some of these criminal elements and get some of the guns off the streets, and bring, instead of driving fear into people with these criminals, bring a state of order. Yeah, we believe in order. We believe in the security forces. We believe in the police, the government. We believe in the soldiers. So now they are on the streets. They have the right to come into your house. They have the right to stop and search, frisk. They have the right to detain you. And even if they find something, then arrest you and charge you. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing. The only problem that I have is that, criminals now, knowing that you're in one area, now moves to another area in order to avoid capturing, or, to be detained, or in those dragnets. So, because people, they'll say, oh, the police are down here. So instead of taking this route, now you take the hills and you find yourself in another neighborhood committing crime, or move, instead of staying in the west, go to the east and commit crime. So I think it should not just limit to that area only, but to the whole country, to be honest, to the whole country. If you're gonna clean up crime, don't just stop in St. James. Bring it right across the country. Get rid of these guns in these neighborhoods, and these neighborhoods are some poor neighborhoods. I don't know where they get the monies to buy guns. It seems as if it's deeper than just the neighborhoods. It seems as if people are actually financing these people. So, how you doing, Delia? How you doing, Delia? Nice to see you. See that you join Unscripted Anything Goes. We're just talking about the state of emergency in Jamaica. You are down there. You want to come on camera and talk, Delia? You want to come on camera and talk and give us an update of the state of emergency and how it's going? Yes or no? Yes or no? Say something, Delia. Yes. So anyways, until Delia responds. Yeah. So it's a good thing, in my opinion, the state of emergency. And as I said before, it should be broadened right across the country. I don't know if they have the resources or the manpower, enough police officers, enough soldiers to spread right across the country to deal with crime, radically get into these areas that are crime infested and root out the criminal elements. So it would be nice because we like peace, and we're from places like here in Toronto where we can go wherever we want and we don't have to look over our shoulders. And it's the same thing that we want when we go back home. We don't want to be looking over our shoulders to see, who's watching us or if we're targeted or anything like that. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. So let the state of emergency continues until, till it expires, because we want a peaceful Jamaica. Yeah, man, we want a peaceful Jamaica. Good evening, Valen. How are you doing? Thanks for joining Unscripted Anything Goes. This show we talk about anything. So, yes, you can actually come on camera if you want. Just click on my name or I can click on your name and you can join me. You want to come on camera? Let me see if I can get you on camera here. Okay. Let me see if I can bring you on camera here. If you want to come on camera now, then accept that. Yeah, accept it and then come on camera. And then we can have a short little dialogue. And so give it a little bit of different flair instead of just me talking. Then somebody else can actually add their input as well. Because as I said, this is an interactive show. It is a show where we can all interact and talk and share our viewpoints. Oh, you're not ready? Okay, cancel it then. No problem. Yeah, a lot of people are shy. Not everybody is like me who want to be on camera. Show my nice face. My nice smile. Got my bond for the on camera. Look how me look. Oh God. Beautiful. Yes. Okay. I put on some lipstick. And who? Not me. Not me. You bring them on camera. You want to come on camera? Let's see if Diane wants to come on camera. She didn't come on camera, so let's see. Hi, Judith. How you doing? Yes. I didn't see that you were watching, Judith. Yes. Thanks for watching Unscripted Anything Goes. So, yes. Beautiful. So, Judith is shy too. Nobody wants to come on camera. So anyways, does anyone have a question that they want to ask? Anyone has a question that they want to ask that they would like for me to answer with regards to the show or any subject matter that you want me to discuss? Yeah, man, straight up. See? Yeah, man, I look good straight, man, all the time, every time. Yeah, you have a question you want to ask? Go ahead, ask. You can ask any question with regards to the show or any subject matter. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you have to put on your own lipstick. Okay, no problem. So, as we were saying about pub crawling, did you guys see it in the Toronto Star yesterday? Yeah, I just talked about the crime situation and the state of emergency down there. You missed it. You missed that. We talked about that already. Yeah, we talked about that already. But we are fully supportive of the state of emergency because, as I said before, we are Jamaicans. That's the bottom line. And we all, even though we're the diaspora that are abroad, we want to go back home. And for vacation or to see our family members or whatever purpose we want, business or whatever, and we want to feel safe visiting our country. Yeah, we want to feel safe. We want to feel safe visiting our country. Hi, Luan, how are you doing? Yeah, we want to feel safe visiting our country. We don't want to be looking over our shoulders or hearing gunshot all over the place, people losing lives and all of these things. You hear your friend die, your family member die, or anything. We don't want that. We are peaceful people who love peace. I hate anything to do with violence. Nothing at all to do with violence. Everything to do with love, unity amongst ourselves. Yeah. Why? Such a small country, we can't get along. What is there anyways to be fighting over? I look into these neighborhoods. I don't see any banks or any. The Jamaican bobsled team at the Olympics. You know, I didn't know that it's there. I know of the ones in the past, but I didn't know that they were there this year. They have a competitive team, a team that can vie for gold. Do you know of that, Valen? No? Yeah, but I know back in the days when I was growing up, we used to actually go on the cart, like 4 or 5 of us, and we push it down a hill, and then sometimes the cart would turn over. Sometimes the cart would turn over, and you cut up your skin and all of these things. And I can see us transitioning that to the actually bobsleighing. Yeah, because once we learn the art of doing that bobsleighing, I can see us becoming champions of the Olympic one year, or eventually. So if they're there now after making their entries, I think they made their entry in the 1988 Olympics, if I'm not correct, in the Calgary 88, 89 Olympics in Calgary. No, it was 88. The 88 Olympics, they made their debut in Calgary. Yeah. So, um, so how many years ago was that now? We're in what, 2018 now? That is what, 30 years. 30 years. So, I mean, a lot of new people are there now. So, obviously, as far as training, development, proper sleds, research and development, they must have advanced past that rookie state or that initial phase of it. Now there should be full blown actually athletes that master that craft. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're competing for a gold medal. No, it wouldn't surprise me that they're competing. Hi Susan, how are you doing? Welcome to Unscripted Anything Goes. So, as we said before, this show is a show, it's an interactive show. So if you want to come on camera, just click on my name and then I'll accept it, and then you come on camera. Or I can actually click on your name and then you accept it and come on camera. So far, nobody wants to come on camera because I guess they're shy or they have to get used to the format. But it's an interactive show. So it's for everybody. The team Jamaica that is there are of Jamaican heritage, representing Jamaica. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Obviously, yeah, I know that. Yeah, that was always the case. They were all Jamaicans. Yes. So good. Yeah, man. Straight up. Yeah, Marcia. Welcome to the show. Yes, this is Unscripted. Anything goes. We talk about anything. Nothing is taboo. Yes, we just don't talk bad about people. No, we don't talk bad about people. So we are respective of those who are gay, lesbian, straight, transsexual, weird, queer, whatever you want to be. We don't talk anything about bad about people because we don't want nobody talking bad about us. No, we don't subscribe to that. So therefore, we talk good. So let's talk about the things we've covered. We talk about pub crawling. We talked about the flu that I had last week. the stomach flu. Yeah, we talk about the Jamaican bobsled team. That's quite a bit that we covered since we came on at 7 o'clock. But any other subject matter that you guys want to discuss tonight, or anything in the news that you want to talk about? Donald Trump. Most people don't like Donald Trump. I wonder why. I wonder why. Anything you guys want to talk about tonight? And if any one of you guys want to come on camera, let me see if Marcia wants to come on camera. Yes, Marcia, come on camera there. Maybe you have a conversation here. Oh, you don't have a camera? No? Nobody wants to come on live? Come on live. Live. Come on. No? Nobody wants to come on live? Let's see. Anyone wants to come on live? Let's have a dialogue so the people can hear us. All right. Let's cancel that. Cancel that. Come on. Let's go. DJ Shakur. Let's see if DJ Shakur wants to come on. Let's see if DJ Shakur wants to come on. DJ Shakur. People never hear you on this show. Let's see. No, DJ Shakur don't want to come on. DJ Shakur is shy. You don't want to come on, DJ Shakur. Come talk to the people then. Come and talk to the people then, DJ Shakur. Yes. No, DJ Shakur don't want to come on. Anyways. So, yes, people. So, this show is for you, and it is also for me, because it's a new show that we are actually launching today. Today is the launch of it. We want to make it exciting. We want to make it, more friendly, where we interact together. So if you can sing, you can sing. If you have a poem, you can have a poem. You can read your poem. If you have a story you want to tell, you can tell it. If you want to have a situation that you want to discuss, we can discuss it. If you have a song you want to sing, you can sing it if you want. Yeah. If you have something you want to promote it. Let the people hear it. Yeah, we're not afraid. We're not afraid. Right. I look good on the camera. What you say? Yeah, I like how I look on the camera. Oh God. Yeah, I am handsome. You see, it's only the ladies that watch me, because I'm a ladies man. I love the ladies. Beautiful ladies. All beautiful ladies watching me. And I like that. I respect that. Yeah. Woman supposed to be beautiful. Woman must always look good. Dress up nicely, get your hair done, fingernails up, nice pretty dress, and you know what I mean? Your nice tights, pum shorts, body writers. Woman must look good. Woman must, whenever you see a woman, you know what I mean? You must say, oh God, what a nice girl. What a nice girl. And all of you guys on here are beautiful ladies. I like that. You know what I mean? So, it must look good for your man. And when you step out, you're supposed to act like fire. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Woman must look good. Don't you guys agree? Let me see if you guys agree. Yeah. Yeah, man. Uh-huh. Talk about Donald. Oh, you want to talk about Donald Trump? You want to talk about Donald Trump? You really want me to talk about Donald Trump? Yeah, you want me to talk about Donald Trump? You really want to talk about Donald Trump? Okay. All right. First of all, you see, when you talk about politics or religion, people tend to actually it get personal to people. You understand? But dialogue is always a good thing to have in anything, because we can learn from each other. You would agree? So don't take anything personal that people states when you're having dialogue. But look at it as a learning experience. You understand? So, okay, I say, let's, from my point of view, Donald Trump, you know, he is the president of the United States of America. Is he controversial? Yes, he is. But the people rightfully, yeah, this is the new show, 5 minutes, unscripted, anything goes. So, anyways, yeah, is he controversial? Yes, he is. However, did the people voted him in? Yes, he was voted as the president of the United States of America. And I think if you show him that respect, then I think respect will come back the other way, because this is what I don't like about traditional media. They're too, what do you call it, no, partisan. They're just one-sided. If you're a Democrat, oh God, you hate Donald Trump. If you're a Republican, you only want to talk about what he's doing. But this is what I learned from years in dealing with people. This is what I've learned. All right? When you deal with people, you have to call a spade a spade. You understand? And you call anything else what it is. Meaning, this is what I'm trying to say to you. If let's say, all right, somebody do good, you acknowledge the good that they do, and you compliment them for the good that they do. And if they've done wrong, in the same way that you compliment them for doing good, you have the right to correct them when they do wrong. That is what I learned. And those are the things that I try to instill when I deal with my kids. Right is right, wrong is wrong. When them do very, very good, you hug them up and you kiss them up, you make them feel like it's the best thing in the world, because you want them to continue to do good. And when they do wrong, then you reprimand them. You reprimand them. He was voted by all white people? No, sir. Only black people vote for him, man. If I was over there, I'd vote for him. I would have voted for him. Yeah, I would have wanted to. He's a better candidate than the other candidate. The other candidate, what's her name? Hillary? She had so much flaws to her, that, the Democrats could have fielded a better candidate who might have beaten Trump. But she was a flawed candidate from the beginning, and the establishment wanted her, and nobody else stood a chance, even though Bernie had the people's vote. They used their superdelegate system to get rid of him and to give the establishment what they want, which was Hillary. And that was a downfall, because the people didn't want her because she was so flawed. So she lost an election to the better candidate, which was Trump. So I would have voted for Trump. Some of the rhetoric that comes from his mouth, I don't like it. While some of it is true, but I don't like some of it, But is the man getting the job done? Damn right he is. Yeah, damn right he is. Everything he stated through the campaign with regards to going there and performing, he is doing that. Do you hear that on the media? No. They focus on other things. Other things. They don't focus on the success. And they believe that they can program your mind. They're fighting for your minds. They're fighting for your minds. So in the process of trying to program your mind, people are getting jobs. People are actually achieving things that they couldn't achieve before. And when the election comes around again, do you want to go back to not having job, or do you want to go back to keeping jobs, having more jobs, getting more money, owning things? Are you gonna go back to voting for what didn't give you anything or what gave you something? So the fight is on for your minds. But if you look beneath this rhetoric, you will see that this man is doing a great job. Excellent job. Excellent job. We don't have to agree. Mind you, this is democracy that we live in. We don't have to agree. However, this is just my opinion. If you think otherwise, you can state your opinion, Delvin. I don't like what you said. You're wrong. This man is a xenophobe. All of these things that them tell you up on TV. Yeah. Straight up. 5 minutes left for what? Oh, you got 5 minutes to go? Okay, so anything you want me to talk about? Anything else you want me to talk about, guys? Aside from Donald Trump. Oh, you want to talk about Grammy? Yeah? Talk about the Grammy regarding... Yeah. People are saying that Chronix should have gotten a Grammy award. He's the most honest political person in the 21st century. He's the boldest person who is not afraid to speak of some Americans are thinking that we're afraid to say. I agree with you 100% on that, Valin. Yeah. What did Susan say here? Who is getting jobs? Everybody's getting jobs. What CNN don't tell you is that black unemployment, like people are in the city, black people, is at its lowest ever. Black unemployment. Black people owning houses. we are now getting jobs so we can buy houses. Black people. Yeah. Oh, 5 minutes to talk about. Okay, all right. So people like to make black issue and white issue. I don't like to deal with those things. I like to talk about human beings. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like to talk about human beings. So, but if you want to make it black or white, yeah, the realities are we are finding success over there, like the man says. Give me a chance. And he was given the chance and he's proving. Yeah, companies are coming back. People are getting jobs. People are spending money, buying stuff, owning stuff. That's what I want from any government. You know what I mean? You can now change jobs and get more money. Big up yourself, Mario. Big up yourself, Mario. MJ Promoter Jackson. Yes. Up. Yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah. Unscripted Anything Goes. I know you're a big supporter still, so you continue to support like how I support you. MJ Promoter, Mario Jackson. Straight up. Big up yourself, my brother. So remember, on this show, we talk about anything. It's not scripted. You can always come on and share your opinion. If you want to come on camera, just click on my name and I'll accept and put you on. Or if you want to come on, just say, accept me, Delvin. And I'll click on your name and then you accept it and come on camera. And then we can have a dialogue about anything you want to talk about. Or you can add your 2 cents in the conversation. So, yeah. All right. So what you're saying now, Valin, he says what he's going to do and he does it, even if you don't agree with him. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Mr. Trump. Yeah, that's a man of his word. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if I don't like him, I'll tell you, I don't like you. Yeah. And if him like you, him gonna say him like you. Yeah. People want your sugarcoat and lie to them and all of these things. But the fact is, when people are getting results, they dig up and try to find everything to camouflage those results. And there's a battle for your minds on television. A battle for your minds. Yes, believe it or not, there's something called propaganda, where they feed you narrative that they want you to accept. Prey on your psyche. Look beyond that, people. Look to the right, look to the left, and decipher the truth for yourself. Do what's best for you and your family. Yeah, pick a political candidate that best represents you. You see what I mean? Politics has changed in the 21st century as it is now. Religion has changed. Don't think that the religion that you believe in 20, 30 years ago is the same as it is today. Garbage. You have changed, and so have your religion, and so are the people who are in charge of your religion. It has evolved so much. The politics has evolved so much. So what you need to do is to get a vested interest in what goes on around you, so you know whom is representing you, what they stand for, and you know why you're choosing that candidate. Get involved. Simple. Don't be saying, oh, traditionally, we vote for these people. Garbage. No. No, you don't do that. You look at who best represents you, and that's who gets your vote. It's simple. You know what your values are. You see who best represent those for you and your family, and that's who get your vote. You understand? Yes. And with regards to church and all of these things, you make sure that, you yourself, let me tell you something. You yourself has to become conscious of your place in humanity. I don't know if you know what that means. When it comes to religion, you yourself must become conscious of your own self with regards to humanity. What does Delvin mean about that now? You have to, let's talk about sexual abuse. Hold on, we're going to talk about, that's a big topic in the media right now. But what I mean is that you have to actually go inside of yourself and you get rid of garbage. And you replace garbage with what is the right things to do. You have to question yourself continuously, constantly evaluate your own self as it is, of how you deal with your neighbors, your friends, your co-workers, everything around you. And those things that put up barriers between you and what is right, you must get rid of it and take on yourself what is right to live amongst people in love, respect. Yeah, you're right. Change, it can be uncomfortable, but we're capable of making the right decisions when it comes to living in love. Yeah, man, self-inventory. I do that on a regular basis. All the time. I do that. Because I have to question myself. I say, am I doing the right thing? And if not, then I have to correct what is wrong and make it right. You got to love others around you. Yeah, man. Tell your neighbors you love them. Tell your neighbors you love them. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your co-worker you love them. You know what I mean? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, Mario. I agree with you. Yeah, MJ promoter. Yeah, man. Straight up. Yeah, man. Straight up. Yeah, straight. So let me see what you say you want to talk about here. You want to talk about sexual abuse. All right. Ah, boy. Sexual abuse. That's a big thing now in the media, you know. It's, with this Me Too movement, it's a big thing in the media right now. People are now standing up, or the platform is there now to stand up to say what was wrong. They want it to be corrected, or they stand to say, I was one of them that was wronged by someone, and now I want justice, or I want closure by actually talking about it. That's the Me Too movement. All right. There's things that I like about it, and then there's things that I do not like about it. Yeah, there's things I like about it, and there's things I do not like about it. All right, Delvin. I'm going to tell you about Delvin now. Delvin believe in law and order. I believe in the coexistence of humankind in love, unity, respect, and dignity. We can coexist. No one has a right to take advantage of anyone, and everyone have the right to just cause. All right? Yeah, man, big up. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we're okay. Mario, we're here 7 o'clock every day. 7 o'clock, we're gonna be on this every day, unscripted anything goes. This is my own new format. The other show is still on, but when knowledge base is available, then we'll do that show. Right now, his schedule has changed, so but this show is just my own thing because the people them want to see me and I want them to see me too, and I love the camera and the attention, so I'm going to be here so you can see me. Yes. So, anyways, so yeah, so I believe in just cause. So, what I hope that this movement has done is that people will now go to the police when things happen. Not to, okay, let me put it this way. Because people are in powerful position and you're employed by them, or or they have powers to make you move forward, that you tolerate wrongs that were done with you to you, and then over years of holding that inside now, you, because there's a movement going on, you are now attaching yourself to the cause, and in the process of it, you know, bring people down. You see what I mean? I think that people should have been incarcerated at the time that the act was perpetrated. So I hope that if this should happen in this time, people will now go to the police and have things get investigated, people get arrested. Yes, but when you wait like 10, 20, 30 years, then the statute of limitation has passed and nothing can be done. And if nothing can be done, you see, people are actually losing their jobs as a result of this. Families are not being fed because of these allegations, and most of these allegations they cannot be proven in a court of law, and no investigation would be done. So, what is it that, and these companies are firing people right on the spot now when allegations are brought forth, you know. Um, so, is it, in my opinion, are you trying to make people lose jobs? So hopefully, one of, I mean, somebody else be elevated in that spot, and then you possibly could bring that person down, and then the cycle continues. Because one of the case that was broken over here, the reporter himself who broke the case against somebody, he was then suspended by his company pending investigation, because now another woman saying, oh, you're breaking the story, and look, years ago you did this to me. You see what I'm saying? And now one of the ladies in the Me Too movement, she has now, there's allegation against her that she did something. You see what I mean? Karma is a bitch. So we got to be careful. If, like me personally, if I've done anything to offend any woman out there over the years, whether it be, how old am I now? 45? Whether it be 40 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that offended you, let me first say I'm sorry. Let me first say I'm sorry, because I'm a man. Sometimes you don't know what people take personal, or what kind of, if they want to have a vendetta against you or anything. Let me say I'm sorry from now, because it was never my intent. Because you can do in a dance and you wind up on a girl and you get a hard on, and she say, oh no, that's enough. You back off. No, she come tell you, oh, he gyrated on me in the club. We were just dancing and I get a hard on. Get ready, you're dancing with her, you hold her butt. She said, oh no, he held my butt when we were dancing. Like, all those things can get you fired now, because companies are not even investigating these things. They're just firing you outright because they don't want that attached to their brand. So what I'm saying to you people is this, especially ladies, if something happens, right away go to the police. Because after a certain years for you to come forward, you could be affecting a lot of families like that. Don't wait. You know what I mean? Yeah, something happened, you make sure you deal with it right away. Don't wait. And I know it's different times now, where now media is now pushing for this and all of these things, but some of it could be just allegations. Some of it could be true. Who knows the truth? I don't know. And a lot of it can't be proved because the statute of limitation passed. So we don't want that. I'm a feminist. I believe in women's right to stand side by side with men. But please, say something right away. Don't wait for years. This just for women only. But the kids, them, man going at boys and girls. What are you talking about? Pedophilia and all that stuff? Man taking advantage of little girls and boys? Yeah, those men should be in prison. I don't think no statute of limitation should be on those things. Nobody has the right to take advantage of kids. No, they should be put in prison. Like, anybody who touch kids should be put in prison. They should be castrated. Yeah. Yeah, even whether it be man or woman, you should face the brunt of the law for anybody who touch a child. Anybody touch my kids, trust me, the law, I'm going after them with the full blunt of the law. Because I'm not violent. So I'm not going to say I would kill nobody. No. I don't believe in violence, so you're not going to hear me say that. But as far as the law is concerned, I'll go after them with the full blunt of the law. Straight. Yeah. You see what I say? Yeah. Like all the churches and all of these things where these pastors and priests touches kids and all that stuff. No. They shouldn't be immune or exonerated from all of these things. No, they should be investigated, brought to judgment and trial, and be put away, castrated. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, anything else you want to talk about, people, for today's show? Anything else you want to talk about? Nobody wants to come on camera. They just want to listen to Delvin speak. Yes. Well, it's okay. I can talk all night. I can talk all night, but I can't because I'm going to work in the morning. Yeah. So, anything else you want to touch before we move on? Oh, Larry Nasser. You know, so the brother there, that guy, Larry Nasser, is a sick man. That is a sick individual. He has a sickness. Little girls, little gymnastic girls. He actually took advantage of them. I hope he never see the light of day anymore. He should be put away. Yeah, Larry Nasser. He's a rapist. Yeah. Oh, child support. All right. You want to touch upon child support? All right. That's the last subject we're going to touch before we call it a night because we're here 7 o'clock every single day. So there's a lot to talk about. So let's talk about child support, men's rights. All right. You know Delvin already. All right. So I'm going to deal with this straight up. All right. I've got 4 kids. All right. Yeah, I've got 4 kids. 2 biological, and my wife, she has 2. And 2 of my kids, which are the 2 biological ones, lives with their moms. All right. And I'm gonna give you my personal story. All right. So I had the first child with my ex-wife, and then I cheated on her, and I got my second daughter. Right. So I got 2 kids biologically. My first wife, she could not deal with the fact that I cheated, so she kicked me out. All right. So when she kicked me out now, then the second one, my second daughter, her mom and I, we never made it. So I lived alone with my second daughter, right? All by myself, right? So I was a single father for years with my second daughter. And I worked, and I still paid child support to the first one, right? And the one that lived with me, her mom had moved back to Jamaica. So I wasn't getting any like child support from her. So it was just me, and I still had to pay child support to the first one. Right? So in my case now, money was going out, but no money was coming in. You know, but I know that I, as a father, it is my responsibility to do whatever it is that I need to do to make sure that my kids don't beg for bread and have everything that they need to support them, to sustain them. So I was working in my previous employment when I was working at the bank. So the money wasn't good. The money wasn't good. And I was like taking from Peter to pay Paul, meaning I had a line of credit that, every time I get paid, I put it on the line of credit, but then I take it back out to pay child support, buy food, pay for daycare, everything around. So it was a tough juggling act, considering that it was just my income. But I never, listen carefully, I never missed a child support payment. Never missed a child support payment, because I have to make sure that that's the seed that I planted, that I have to know, take care of it. So from my perspective, living that single father life, I could do with some financing, but I wasn't getting it. But I can see why my other daughter needed it. So I had to give it regardless, even though I was struggling to take care of my home by myself. And throughout that time, I tell you the truth, I never bought myself a pants. I never bought groceries for myself. I used to go to the thrift store to buy some clothes when I needed it. I didn't buy myself a pair of shoes. Everything was going into the kids and paying the bills, because I knew that if you actually plant the seed, then all the responsibility that comes with the fruits from that seed, and actually to taking care of the fruit until it becomes an adult, that is the responsibility of the person who planted the seed, which is me. So I had to do the job as a father. Okay? All right. Your question is regards to men's right with child support. All right. Okay. Some women do take advantage of that situation at times. And this is what I mean by that. All right. You know for sure that, let's say it takes, you are working, right? You are working, and this is how I see it. You don't have to agree with me. You are working as a woman, and you have custody of a child or kids that you're taking care of, and you're working just the same way, even not sometimes more money than the man. And you know for sure, if you go to court, right, the judge is gonna ask you to pay maybe say $400 for that child. And you know for sure, based upon your salary and the man's expense, that he can only afford to pay you $200. And that based upon your salary, $200 is all you would need to take care of the child. You think that the $400 that the judge orders is what you want. No, I don't agree with that. I agree that you should take what the child needs. Because me personally, if I was getting child support from a woman to take care of my child, me personally like freeloading. If what is needed per month is less than I'm entitled to, I'm giving back the difference. Me personally would do that. I'd give back the woman the difference and says, you know what? Take it, and if you want to put it into a savings for the child, go ahead and do that. But I'm not gonna take all of it and then I spend the excess on myself on all of that. No, no, I wouldn't do that. But with regards to a man's right in child support payment, every man have the right to pay. The amount that they should pay, in my opinion, should be based upon what's required to take care of the child. That is what I think. It shouldn't be based upon a flat number. You understand? Because let's say you're making $70,000 a year, right? The judge might say you have to pay like $800, $800 a month, or $600 a month. Say you have to pay $600 a month now. All right. Remember, you're taxed in a higher bracket than say if you're making 50,000. So you're paying more taxes to the government, right? And you know people are ready to live according to their means. So you don't want to buy a house now so that the child can actually inherit some of it now. The fact that she see you buy a house, that is jealousy in the first place. So she'll have to judge for the highest maximum. She's not thinking to the point where no, the child name into the house, meaning that's an inheritance from the child. You know what I mean? So if I should take what's needed and let him put the money now into investing, into building actually equity, the child would benefit from that equity in the long run. They don't think of it like that. All they're thinking about is to cripple the man or to cripple the person who's paying because they have to pay for their wrongs. You hear what I mean? But if they would think smartly that the more equity he has is the more the child would benefit from it, then they would see the bigger picture. But no, he should be poor. And then you are now going to take the money that he gives you and then you're going to spend it foolishly. And then in the bottom line, the child gains nothing in the end. You know what I mean? Why? Because you guys are not together anymore. You're selfish. No. I say sit down with the man or sit down with the woman and you have a dialogue as to what's best for the circumstances as it is. You know, my kids and their moms, because as I said, the two of them now live with their moms. We never have them money talk problem there. No, we never had those problems because I dialogue with them where that is concerned. Because if what I give them is not enough and they say, like, you know, I need to do this, yeah, sure, I do that. I do that extra because I know what I give in you, you have used it to the best of your ability. And you're not overtaxing me to the point that I can't invest in myself by building equity for everybody to gain from. Yes, that's how you should. That's how the mindset of parenting is. It's not to actually wring the sponge as hard as you can and get as much out of a person because you're being vindictive. A child don't need a Nike shoes to be wearing. So there's no way you should be taking up the money to buy a Nike shoes. That is gonna be only worth for 3 months. No. You make best do with what you're getting, or what is right to sustain the child. And you don't try to pimp persons because they're fathers and they're not, our mothers, and they're not living with you. You sit down and you work out with the person what is best. You might, I mean, some of you will agree and some might not agree, but I'm just speaking of what is real. I'm a real man. You're talking to Delvin, who's a real man about real things, and I'm going to tell it to you as real as possible as I can, with no bias. No bias. We have to stop thinking small. We have to think big. We have to think big, outside of the box, and invest in ourselves. Yeah. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's how I see it. Any other questions before we wrap up? Yeah, man. Real man thing. Real man thing. Everything we talk real. You know what I mean? So for the next show, we want us to be a little bit more interactive. Come on camera and we dialogue, sing a song together. You know what I mean? I can freestyle, so I can actually put lyrics to actually anything. Yeah. Yo, big up yourself, Sterling. You're coming late to the show when the show have a wrap up. Eh? What took you so long, my brother? It is unscripted. Anything goes. We talk about anything on this show. See there? Let me see if I can get DJ Sterling online. DJ Sterling, I hope you're in a good position. All right, let me see if I can get DJ Sterling online. If he would come online and say something to the people, and to say something about unscripted, anything goes. Let's go. Let's see if we can get DJ Sterling on. Hey, DJ Sterling, I want you to accept this. Accept it and come and say something to the people. Come on, DJ Sterling. Let's see if we can get DJ Sterling on. Yeah. Come on, DJ Sterling. Come on. How come you're not accepting it? Accept it, DJ Sterling. Come on, DJ Sterling, accept. Ah. Oh, he declined it. Oh, Sterling. Why decline it, Sterling? You don't want the people them to hear you? Huh? Huh? Why you decline it? Bring them on camera. Huh? Yeah? Sterling, you don't want to come on camera and say hi to the people them? Come on camera and say hi to the people them, man. Huh? Sterling. We'll try again. One more time. Come online. Say hi to the people them, Sterling. Oh. Not working? Can't bring Sterling on camera. Okay, all right, good. It doesn't matter. It's all right. It's all good. Yes. So we spoke about pub crawling. We spoke about the stomach flu that I had. We talked about Donald Trump. We also spoke about child support. Right? So, oh, you're out of town. Okay. Yeah, so that is that. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about before I wrap up the show for today? Anything else anyone want to talk about? Anything else anybody want to talk about before we wrap up the show? It was a beautiful story. Stephen Brown, welcome to the show. Straight up, thanks for joining. We've been here for the last hour talking. We spoke about a lot of things. This show is going to be a daily show, 7 o'clock every day with Delvin Sadler right here. Anything you want to talk about, we will talk about it. So, yeah, man, big up yourself, Stephen Brown. Thanks for joining. So, join us tomorrow again. You can actually come on the camera and we can have a dialogue if you want. Not today, maybe tomorrow or something else. If you have a subject matter you want to talk about, you can talk about it, or you can direct it to me and I will adjust it. Because Delvin, I shy from nothing. And we actually spoke about those women that from the Me Too movement. We just spoke about that too. And if you see something, say something, but don't wait so long. Go and see the police when it happens. Deal with it right away, because a lot of lives are being affected in a negative way. So yeah. So anything else? All right. So let's wrap up the show. So this is how we're gonna wrap up the show every day. And the same song we start with is the same song we finish with. But before we sing that song, we want to say adopt conservative values. And remember, we respect the police. We always respect the police every time because we don't have badges nor guns. So we respect the police and we're law-abiding citizens. So let's wrap it up with this song. Again, labor for learning, because learning is whole. Because learning is much better than silver and gold. Silver and gold will vanish away, but a good education never decay. Yeah, man. Education, education, more education. That's what I say. Ciao, Sutra. Welcome to the show. Join us tomorrow, 7 o'clock again. We've been here for over an hour talking. So remember to like, share with your friends, and invite them to join the show every day. This is where we interact and we speak. So until tomorrow, I love you. Until tomorrow, I love you. Bye-bye.